Hello folks and welcome along to the channel. We are here with WWR for their Season 6 Round 9 race. And we are here in qualifying right now for the Imola Grand Prix. We're just getting all the data up there. It's going to be a short qualifying session followed by I think it's 31 laps race, 32 lap race, I'm unsure. I kind of missed checking that, but the length of this track here is just over 3 mile, 3.05 mile, or just under 5 kilometre, 4.909 kilometre. We've got one DRS zone with 19 corners, so we're going to be using the softest of the tyres, the C5 softs, the C4 mediums, and the C3 hard compound tyres. So we'll have a wee quick peek and we'll see what the standings are right now. Just give me 2 seconds. Right, so here we go. We've got the standings here. We've got Onsu in the McLaren, who's on top of the leaderboard right now with 117. Following closely behind is King James on 116. Are they here tonight? Doesn't look like any of them are here. I know that Jake is in that Ferrari. He's currently sitting on 109 points in third place, so we could see him possibly jump up to the top of the leaderboard, considering there's only 8 points between him and Onsu, and it could all go down to the wire. In fourth place is ARL on 74 points. Fifth place is Fake Scouser on 55 points. Ashtube on 43 points in sixth. And seventh is Kadoy on 41 points. On 30 points in eighth is Lewis. J is currently sitting on 25 points in ninth. And in 10th is Scofie on 22 points. Then we've got XDF on Pro on 15. Trucker is on 14, tying with Kashan for that 12th place. Then we've got Rangers on 13 points and Angry Davy in 15th on 12 points. Let's have a look. We're already seeing, with it being such a short track, we're already seeing a lot of drivers on their laps right now. We'll just sit with Dirty Taffy. We'll go through the order right now. So we've got the constructors' standings also. Ferrari are on 181 points in first place, and second is McLaren on 131. So quite a big difference there, 50 points there for the lead of the constructors' title. It's going to be a close one. Don't think McLaren could get up there, but we'll see how things go. Haas are in third on 108 points, with the Racing Bulls on 64. Williams are on 61 in fifth place. In sixth place is Alpine on 55, then Mercedes on 50 points. Then we've got reserve drivers are in 8th on 49 points. Sauber in 9th on 18. Then it's Red Bull on 15 and 9 points for Aston Martin. So, we're going to check. So, here we go. We've got the chat section up right now, so we could, so you guys could send in your chats. So let's see. We're on board with Dirty Taffy as they're coming into the final two corners of Ravazza, and now going to the line to complete their lap. What's it going to be? And I didn't even come up, I don't think. Buckle has invalidated their lap, but we've seen ARL quickest time on the board right now, 1:15.281. Quite a considerable bit quicker than Trucker, Kadoy and Ice One. Let's see, we'll go further down. Dr. Braden just coming up to Aqua Minerale here. You've got to be quite careful going through that, as it does tighten right up on the exit, and then you're going uphill, so you've got to be careful on the throttle. Being careful with this really tight chicane. You can't take too much curb, as it's got them very steep Yellow curbs on the apex. We've got Jake there squeezing his way past Silver. Must be going quite a bit quicker than Braden. As anyways, they're coming through Ravazza. Dr. Braden's going to be getting a bit of a hindrance there coming around the final corner, but then we see Jake 115.097. Dr. Braden 117.154. So quite a big difference there. Let's see, we've got Buckle who's just finishing their lap, it seems, is it? Or are they just starting a lap? 117.444. Got Taffy who's came across at 125.509. So there's going to be plenty of time for drivers. What happened to Jay? Did he retire? What happened? I'm unsure. Aye, so unsure what's happened with Jay. We'll see Dirty Taffy coming across the line. 116.697. That's only good enough for 7th place right now. We'll see how the Red Bull are going to be able to handle that. This Dirty Zombie is just coming into Vailmeld now. Then we've got the hairpin of Tosa just up next. And it's going to be all the way up this hill to Piratella. This fast left-hand corner. Just lifting off a little bit before going back down the hill into Aqua Minerale. Before getting back up the hill to Curva Gracini. Being careful on them yellow curbs on the apex. It's a bit like certain tracks, how they've got that high curb, and it really does offset the balance of the car, as you want the underfloor of the car to sit at a stable, as level as possible all the way through the track, no matter where you are. But Dirty Zombie goes in just behind his teammate, 116.790. Jake going even quicker, the only one in the 114s right now, 114.564. Could we see Jake take the lead of this Grand Prix, of this championship here, in the penultimate race of the season? So, anyone in the chat been watching the that was watching the testing? Anyone see the Haas bodywork come flying off? I was a bit surprised by that. It's not very often you see that. I think the last time I seen bodywork come flying off like that, just going down straight, I think that was that Max Verstappen a few years ago. It was a good few years ago now, maybe about 5 years ago, I think. So, just so I know, AJ, what car are you normally in? Is it a Ferrari? I'll need to know, just so I know. But let's see, Angry Davey coming around the final corner. Doesn't improve on their time, unfortunately. Making sure they're out of the way of other drivers coming, it seems. Maybe a bit too out of the way, but yep, getting out of the way nice and early. Dr. Braden's not on the lap. We'll go up to Lewis, who's off the track, and is that Villeneuve? It is, it's at Villeneuve. He's off the track. It's you really do end up tending to thinking that the exit of the corner is a bit much. It's a bit you could go a bit quicker through it, but it's really a bit of an optical illusion. You think you could attack it at the same speed as turn 1 and 2 at Tamburello, but it's not the case, unfortunately, and it does really tighten up on the exit. Buckles unfortunately invalidated. Angry Davy just coming into the pits. We've got Dirty Taffy on the lap, just came through. Tamburello was unfortunately invalidated. Dr. Braden, how are they coming on? They are just came through Tamburello there. Being a bit cautious there, going through Villeneuve. It's better to be a bit more cautious, I will say. Going through there, going through Toes. I would see the Red Bull pulling over to the left-hand side of the track. Right-hand side for us looking head-on at the cars. Oh, just going over the limit there at Piratella and ends up invalidating their lap time, so they'll have to go back around again and get some ERS back into that battery. Let's see, Trucker is on an out lap. We've got ARL, who's in the Williams tonight. I think they're in the Ferrari. I'm going to have a quick double check in the where is it? Driver team lineup. There we go. So Ferrari, yep. So ARL, who we're on board with, is meant to be in the Ferrari for tonight, but has selected the wrong car, unfortunately. So let's see. ARL closest they could get right now is 115.281. No, they're going to have to do a bit better than that. Unfortunately, Trucker's invalidated also. Is currently sitting in third place. Godoy. The other Mercedes sitting down in 11th right now. Coming through Villeneuve is Godoy into Toza now. I'll never forget the post-race press conference at this track about, what was it, maybe over 20 years ago now, maybe about nearly 25 years ago. Goes off at Piratella there, ends up invalidating their lap time a bit, unfortunately, but it was a battle between Michael Schumacher and Juan Pablo Montoya, and Montoya was basically calling Schumacher blind after he went to overtake around after Montoya went to try and overtake around the outside of Toza and got pushed onto the grass. Of course, rules were a bit different then. They were able to fight a bit harder back then, I think. I could be wrong, but yeah, it was a bit. It was quite funny, I will say. It's like, oh, you didn't see me there. Yeah. You obviously didn't see me there either. It was just funny as hell. But here we go. We've got Trucker on a lap, just come through Piratella now. Just got Aquaman a rally now. Stretching that car out as far as possible. You've definitely got to do that at this track. Being with it, such a narrow track, you've got to try and push the limits as much as possible here. coming into the final couple of corners, or the final braking zones anyway. Now to the line, what time is Trucker going to be able to do? They're going to be able to put it on pole position. No, weren't able to just yet, but they have just retired. And hopefully that doesn't cause an issue for any other drivers. Nope, they've got to the way by there, and we can see the marshal waving the flag. Let's see, Dr. Biden currently sitting in 6th, so 116.396. So let's see, move further down. Dirty Zombie's not on a lap yet. Angry Davey is not on a lap yet. Buckle is though. We'll go up to the leader, the one sitting on provisional pole position right now. We'll see how they are going to do. We're just coming through the final sector now. So right now, technically, we've got a Ferrari 1-2 right now, as ARL is meant to be in the Ferrari. Did end up making a bit of a mess up in picking their car, a bit unfortunate, but Jake goes even quicker, my god. So close to the 113s now for Jake. Wonder if we'll see him get into the 113s, but I guess not, as that'll be his final lap. Unfortunately, Angry Davey has invalidated. Buckle getting ready to start their lap, just doing, I think that must be an extra cool down lap. Ice One has retired, and that's them done for qualifying. We've only got 45 seconds left to go. So if these drivers have not crossed the line before that 45 seconds is up, then they will not be able to complete their lap. No, they'll be able to complete their lap if they've crossed the line, that is, but if they've not, then they will not be able to... What is happening with Angry Davey? Keeping out of the way. I was a bit curious about that. What has happened there? Is he on low fuel mode? Right, okay. Oh, got Jake going again. Well, wonder if he'll be able to get into the 113s. He's over a second quicker than his Ferrari teammate, who's sitting in P2 right now. And if unfortunately invalidated, we'll go back on board with him in a bit. We've got Lewis coming to the line, just cruising to the end. Goes fourth. We've got Kadoy coming into the pits. Dirty Taffy, they're on a lap. Yep, they're on a lap. Angry Davey just struggling through. We've got Buckle on a lap coming to the line. Let's see what they're going to be able to put in. They're going to be able to improve. They do. They go 7th, 116.537. We've got Dirty Taffy on a lap. Angry Davey. Sneaky Turtle came in late. Unfortunately invalidated their time, so they will be starting in 12th position. Unsure. Whoa! Dirty Taffy obviously not improving, just goes straight on at Curva Grassini and takes that invalidation. We'll go on board with Jake and see, are they going to be able to trump this 113? They do get into the 113s, but they invalidated their time, unfortunately. So it doesn't count on the official scorecard. Davey, you can retire now. No need to struggle around again. Everyone has done their laps now. It's all just AI on the track, so you don't need to worry. So we've got Angry Davey just taking his time coming into the pits. I wonder if the time's going to be rolled out first or he's going to be in the garage by then. Curious one. It does take quite a while for them to get back into the garage. So we've got 35 seconds left on the clock. Also, it takes 25 seconds from when you get wheeled in to get into the garage, so that's one to remember for folks. It takes 25 seconds from getting into the box to get wheeled into the garage and getting refueled and such. Jake putting in the fastest time at 1:14.097, 1.184 seconds quicker than ARL. His Ferrari counterpart in second place. We've got Trucker in third place with Lewis just behind. In fourth, Godoy will be in fifth. Sixth for Braden. Buckle in seventh. Eighth for Ice One. Then we've got Dirty Taffy and then Dirty Zombie. Angry Davey, Sneaky Turtle and Jay unfortunately did not set lap time, so they'll be starting on the back. You're not so stupid because you're not in a Ferrari. You can't be Charles Leclerc today, unfortunately. Oh no. I'm seeing that sky. It's not looking good. I think we're going to be having a quick 5-minute break. Just checking here. So folks, welcome back. We're just about to get underway in the next few moments. Here we go. And we're going to be having a formation lap today. So that'll let everyone get their... let me talk through strategies. So we're seeing Jake on the hard tyres. Also Lewis in 4th, Dr. Braden in 6th and 7th for Bucko on the hard. Same with 30 Zombie, Angry Davey and Sneaky Turtle. Everyone else on the mediums. So is this a whole... What's happened to the Cod Killer? Disqualified already? Somebody's starting with cold tyres. So apparently Cod Killer didn't realise that there was a safety car, a formation lap. So he's starting on the mediums at the back of the grid in 14th. I actually didn't realise that he managed to get in, so nicely done to him for getting in. So here we go, we're getting the last of the drivers. Came through that chicane there, the curve of Grissini, and now we're about to get underway for the start of this Grand Prix. 14 drivers are on the grid. Almost, we're just waiting on the rest of the field coming through. Who's that? Oh, it's Bucko. He's quite a way back, unfortunately. You remembered where he goes? Yep. There we go. So he's getting it into that slot now. We've got an excellent camera view, as per usual here in Imola. So Jake pointing over to the right-hand side, I think. Yep, a few others have actually done that. Didn't tell me it's done this for the first time. Are you serious? And I think it has Fan Dabby Dozy. Yep, so we're going to be having a restart. So everyone's just doing I'll be seeming to do a little quick run around just now. Gives people a little practice start, at least, so but unfortunate, but we're just sitting So how many people are actually in here still. It's got to be at least 2. Oh, there we go, that's everyone that left, so that's good then. But unfortunately, that's actually the first time that that has happened in a long time. I think you could even go and check on the channel as well. It's been a long time since anything like that has happened. So a bit unfortunate there. We've got the grid sorted anyway, so I'm just trying to leave this real quick. Yep, here we go. It's letting us do that really quickly, and we'll be able to get back in and get back onto a proper lobby again. So sorry about that there, folks. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. Does it work this time? Just coming in. There we go. Perfect. So we're just waiting on everybody getting in, so we'll get the grid sorted and we will be good to go again. Yep, so Ice One's saying new lobby, yep. Yep, you're in nice one. At least it's back to Ferrari. Be a shame not to be in the Ferrari at Imola. Yeah, it would be, especially with the front row lockout. I've got to agree there. So well done on that for Ferrari there. So we're just trying to get Sneaky Turtle back in right now. Or is it Angry Davy? It's Angry Davy we're waiting on to try and get in. So folks, there we go, we're getting back underway again, but we're going to be waiting another minute or two real quick, just so that people could get their time to get their strategies on, the right tyres and such. So, sorry about that little delay there. So we'll be going in exactly 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes. I'll give everyone enough time to get strategies and fuel loads all sorted, get their setups on, make sure they've got all their wing angles at the right degrees and such. So we should have just about a minute left to go, and we will be getting ready again, and the lights will be going out. So we'll have a bit of a delay before we could find out what tyres everyone's on, but I'll get that up right as soon as I can. So we're going now. We've had that message. Everyone is now readying up. And there we go. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we've got a Ferrari front row walkout, and away we go. We'll get all this up here real quick and get a look at the tyres. It looks like Jake managed to not get a very good start and has now moved down into second. DRL has managed to get that great start up on them. Trucker managing to secure that third place. There's been a big commotion there. Who's that that's fell all the way down? Kadoy is one of them, but we've also got, the Red Bull, Dirty Zombie, Sneaky Turtle and Kadoy all getting caught up in a bit of a fiasco there. Dr. Braden's fell down a bunch. No damage though, fortunately enough. Which I think we forgot to turn off, so... Oh, struggling a bit there was Dirty Taffy. I think that's Angry Davies left the session, unfortunately. I think they've disconnected. That'll be a bit of good news for Kadoy just behind. Cod Killer moved up quite a bit through all that fiasco there and has managed to get up into 6th position. On the medium tyres, Dr. Braden moving down. Oh, what is even happening? Right, we're going to need to find out what is happening here, guys. Oh, yep. Right, so we're going to have another lobby reset. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a mishap that happened there. He's accidentally turned ABS off, so that's why everyone is locking up right now. So that's how everyone's having a bit of a terrible time at the moment. So we will be having another restart, unfortunately. You see Jake's struggling a bit now. There we go, we've got that other invite just now, so we're gonna exit from this. And we're going to be going straight back in. Hopefully it lets us in. Right, accept, there we go. Right, folks, we're just getting everyone getting their setups on real quick, and then we'll be getting going again. Go. Oh, here we were on about that. It would have been quite fun to see, but here we go. We're getting ready to get underway now. We've got 5 red lights with the Ferrari front row lockout. Everything seems to be going smoothly now. Jake managing to get a good start this time. Is ARL going to be on the better side of the grid? It looks like he was on them medium tyres, getting that better launch, going into turn 1 into Tamburello in first place. Jake in second. Trucker are in third. So front 3 all still in the same positions. Well, except for Ferraris anyway. Was holding off on that 4th position. Ice One is up 3 positions at the start. Nice getaway from them. Looking down here, you can see the leaders just up ahead, and that's who he'll be aiming for. You could see Jake taking the lead of the drivers' standings. There's only an 8-point difference between Jake and Onsu for the title right now. Oh, seeing a few Ice One going a bit wide there at Curva Gracini. Now let's see, how is Jake going to be getting back past? He's pushing now, and he wants to get that first place back off his teammate. ARL does cross the line first, but that doesn't matter, as we have another 31 laps left in this Grand Prix. Jake takes the lead. A little bit of a lock up there. So it seems they don't use ABS, so that is one thing that they've got going for them. It didn't really affect them in the last outing. They just had a bit of a terrible launch. The strategy is saying medium to hard for Trucker, pitting roughly about lap 14 to 16, I would say. I didn't see the laps, unfortunately. We'll go to position changes right now. Ice One is right on the tail of Lewis, and if Lewis can't close that second gap, there we go, which he has now. It could have been DRS danger zone for Lewis, who would have been the only car without the DRS. Who was that seen going off there? That seemed like Trucker. Still managing to keep within that range of 1 second. Did Lewis get it? Lewis just managed to get it there. Jake putting in the fast lap, 1:17.399. No overtakes happening just yet, except Kadoi getting past Ice One. It's a nice one for that, for Kadoi. Moving up into that 5th position. We're on lap 3 now of this Grand Prix. We've got Jay chasing down Buckle here. He's up 3 places right now. He's going to go for the inside move at Toza. Yes, he is. Up the inside. Is he going to manage to keep it, or is the switchback going to be better here for Buckle? Nope, doesn't look like it. Jay managing to get away with that and up into 9th place. Nicely done there. Going a bit further up the field here. Kadoi actually managing to pull out a big gap now to Ice One. Ice One did manage to get a good start, moving up 3 places at the start, but has fell down to 6th after starting in 8th. Kadoi could possibly end up getting Lewis here. I don't think Lewis is going to have the DRS. Nope, he hasn't. So no DRS for the Mercedes for the Alpine of Lewis. We'll see how this is going to go. He's managed to close the gap right in on Lewis. Has Kadoi. We're seeing the penalty situation ramp right up, and this is all going to come down to penalties here, as it's way too easy to pick up a penalty here at this track. I will say that is one of the unfortunate things about this circuit. It really does end up leaving you a bit buggered. if you don't manage to keep it within the white lines. Sometimes it likes to be a little bit too much of a diva, sometimes we'll say. But Trucker going for the move on the outside at Curva Grassini, no. Did go for it, it was there, but ARL managed to stick to their guns and hold that position nicely. Dirty Zombie being the next person to get a 3-second time penalty. We've seen 5 drivers up to now make that 6 as Trucker just goes that a little bit wide at Ravazza. We've got Trucker using that DRS, using that hot laps, going to take the outside line, going into Tamburello, and he gets the job done. Up into second place is Trucker, nicely done. We've seen, I think that was Dr. Braden and Jay swapping places there. Dr. Braden making a slight error. That actually hindered Jay a little, and Jay got a little bit nervous there, and rightfully so. What we'll see is Jay got what it takes to get up into that 8th position. We've got a yellow flag that seems to be Dan, the cod colour, down going off track at Villeneuve. Who had the Scottish flag? That would be Trucker. He's currently sitting in 2nd place. He's the other Scotsman. Currently sitting with a 3-second time penalty, and we're seeing them ramp up here quite a bit. It's a bit of a pain with some tracks. Some tracks really do end up chewing it up. We've got Astons and Mon Trucker in the comments, so nicely. That's who he's looking for, and who's just been overtaken by ARL, but still plenty of time in this Grand Prix for it to for that to all change. Dr. Braden and Dirty Taffy. Did I see a bit of bodywork flying off there? Is that Dirty Taffy? They're getting... Is it them? Nope. Might have been one of these guys. Unless it was just the typical scraping of the floor over the curbs, and I've seen that happen a few times. I think Canada was one of them that had done it a lot at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, and it really does throw you off when you're watching it and you're seeing bits of carbon flying up and everything, and you're thinking, what the hell? Looking on right now, oh my god, these penalties are really ramping up. We're only on lap 6, folks. Come on, rein it in a bit. Oh, jeezy peeps. The Ferraris, Cadoy, Iceman and Dr. Both the Silvers doing nicely to try and keep it within the white lines, but others pushing the limits. Trucker is one of them who's pushing the limits of the car, that is, and not the track necessarily. Right now, going for it, up into 2nd place. Gap to the leader, 3.5 seconds, 3.6 now. Jay managing to get past Dr. Braden and move up into that 7th place. Up next is going to be Ice One, who's just got a 3-second time penalty, but wait a minute, Dr. Braden is coming back at it. As we're going into the Villeneuve chicane, he has to back off. Either that or it would have been probably 8 out of 10 times a crash would have happened. So let's see, is Lewis or Cadoy going to be getting involved in this battle for 2nd place anytime soon? Or are they going to be just sitting, falling behind for now? As we see that happen quite often in this. Oh, gee, I'm getting notifications from other stuff as well for some reason. From other Discords. Let's see. Let's get on board with ARL. Are they going to be able to get past Trucker, or is Trucker going to be able to defend? He's going to be taking that inside the line, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough to stop the Ferrari just yet. Jay getting past his teammate of Ice One. So Ice One moving back down into 8th place now. No one has stopped as of yet. Oh, Jay going off track there. I looked down for just the briefest of moments and that happened. So now Jay on the back foot for now. It's got Dr. Braden on the attack. And Jay will certainly be feeling a bit of pressure here from the Silver. Seen Ice One going off track a little there. We'll move back up, further up to see the there's a battle for 2nd place right now. Bucko 3-second time penalty, same with Angry Davey. Another 3-second. Let's see Trucker here. Getting that overtake done. Yep, it looks like it. Nicely done there from Trucker. So, anyone in the chat been watching the F1 pre-season testing? Has been happening, well, has happened, should I say. It was on from Wednesday, Thursday and Friday all day. You've seen some actually quite surprising things. Haas are actually quite happy with the car, so, but they did finish quite low down on the board sometimes, so kind of sceptical about seeing that, but it has happened in the past. It could just be sandbagging. We do see that happen quite a lot. I think we've seen Mercedes do that a few times in their years, and Red Bull also. If you know who knows, sandbagging is a term very used where they go slower than what the car is actually capable of. And just like that, Jay manages to get past, but does pick up a 3-second time penalty into the bargain. Going to move further up, see this battle here for 2nd place. Now looks like the Cod Killer's retired. Is there going to be a safety car, or is that in the pit lane? That's in the pit lane. It seems there's a yellow flag. Oh, and Trucker just got saved by Dan, retiring in the pit lane. And Lewis managed to get an overtake also. That is insane. I never thought that. And Kadoy's getting past there as well. That is definitely hindered the ARL quite a bit, and they will not be happy about that. That was a close call, I'm not going to lie, and I will say that is the one flaw of this game, is that if you retire it in the pit lane, they don't just wheel your car in to the garage. They end up just letting the AI take over, and then it ends up going to the next Marshall point further up the road, which usually is like turn 2 or 3, sometimes even. It's insane. A bit silly, I will say, in that regard, but we'll see if ARL is going to be able to come back. Kadoy has slipped out of that DRS window, so won't have the DRS. The Ferrari of ARL can come back and get that 4th position. We'll have a look at Lewis here. Is there going to be going past? Yep. Going past, moving up into 2nd place. We see also ARL moving up into 4th place, so getting back. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was dirty. It's just EA being, well, pardon my French, but shitty EA. A lot of the time with these games, it's just copy and paste. I mean, same with like the FIFA year after year. Oh, starting to get hungry, I think. Dirty Taffy off the track there. Ice One is in the pits also. Looked like Dirty Zombie had a bit less throttle on his that he was able to use for some reason, but it was just the way it was looking. Dr. Braden is still right up on the tail of Jay. Going to move further up here and see Trucker if they're going to be able to get back past Lewis. Now we'll have the DRS. Oh, ARL's into the pits. I was wondering what happened to him. Wait a minute. No, he's not got any damage to that front line. So Trucker not being able to get back past. That's closed the gap a little. Yeah, you were right there. ARL did have that position, to be fair, but sometimes the game does like to mess people over sometimes. I mean, it's happened to me before in previous games where I've got like a penalty for like illegal overtaking when the other guy's like off the track and crashed and everything. It's like, give the position back. I'm like, well, I can't go backwards on track. I'll get disqualified. So either way, you're pretty much messed. And yeah, they really need to do some real coding with this, with the next iteration. I think the license runs out with EA soon, though. Yeah, it's been a decent race so far. I've not seen much of Jake. He's already at Tamburello, about 8.3 seconds up the road. Let's see Trucker, though. Is he going to get past Lewis? Oh, Lewis giving him a bit of a squeeze. Oh, that was a bit dirty, but still could have kept that position. He's just been a good gentleman there, was Lewis. A bit cheeky with that. I don't think Trucker was far enough alongside. If this was in real life F1, it would have been a different story. Lewis would have been free to just keep going since he was already up there. That's the way the rules are. But yeah, Lewis, ever the gentleman, has let him back past. Let's see ARL doing around the outside swoop on Bucko and getting that 8th position. Nicely done. Down 6 positions, did start in 2nd, has done a pit stop. I think they're the highest of the pit stops right now. Yep, they are. We'll get a quick look at the gap to the leader. So it's 35 seconds to the leader, and if I look on my little notepad, it says dum 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 dum. So it says around 25 seconds for a pit stop, so if you could reel it in by another 10 seconds, then that could all change. Going back up, Trucker, battling with Kadoi, little love tap there on the side. Nicely done. Trucker managing to defend that position ever viciously. Nicely done. Kadoi here under threat from Lewis. Jay getting another 3-second time penalty. My God, look at these penalties, guys. It is rammed right up. Jake, like, driver of the day up to now. Oh, Bucko. What happened to Bucko? Got a little bit out of shape. Did lose some ground, it seems. Tossing two side by side there. We'll go on board with this battle for 2nd place right now. Wait a second. Not Dangry Davy. Oh. Thought something happened to him. It was an unusual place for an overtake. We only really see overtakes happening at certain spots on this track. Bucko getting a 3-second time penalty. JC Peeps, Lotus is the only one that stayed out on the hard compound tyres. We've got Trucker and Kadoi both into the pits. Who's going to be in and out first? So see there, we can see both of them, both in and out at the same time. There we go, we've got Dr. Braden getting up past them. Sneaky Turtle going to make it. Yep, it looks like is ARL going to get the jump on them. This is the important thing there. It is ARL, that undercut being very, very good. And Trucker is going to have to try and work his way back up. Same with Kadoi, who's actually got Dirty Zombie. And between them now, Dirty Zombie trying to take that inside line. Ends up getting a 3-second time penalty for that. So we'll keep it on here for now. ARL right up the tail of Sneaky Turtle. Sneaky Turtle getting a little bit of a mess up there coming through, but it's going to get the DRS. We could see ARL being under threat from Sneaky Turtle here coming up, as Sneaky Turtle will have the DRS. The drag reduction system will activate for them, but not for ARL. We'll see that rear wing pop open of that Aston Martin right there, reducing the air resistance. Is that going to help him to get past? Nope, too far back. Didn't manage to get a good enough launch out of Ravazza as they come down into Tamburello now. DRS not being as effective as he would like it to be. Has Angry Davey made a pit stop? No, he hasn't. So Trucker is chasing down Angry Davey, who's on them old medium tyres. Is that mediums or hards? I can't see that. Oh, it's hards. Jesus Christ, Lee. Look at the thing there to the side. So not racing for position right now, because Angry Davey still needs to make a pit stop. But he's certainly pushing for it. Oh, and he goes off the track. That gives Trucker the ample opportunity to get back past and up into 6th place. Same with Kadoy. So Sneaky Turtle. So Angry Davey drops down into 8th position. So closest battle right now is between Trucker and Kadoy for this 6th position as they come out of Ravazza. Kadoy DRS being effective. Nicely done there from the Mercedes, moving up into 6th place. Trucker getting another 3-second time penalty. We'll have a look at the penalty situation right now, which is all going to come down to in the end, considering only one driver has not got a penalty just yet, and it's actually the furthest away right now, which is quite incredible. You could definitely tell who's been putting in the practice laps here and who hasn't been putting as many practice laps in. I think Jay is one of them who, and same with some others who aren't the best at this track. I mean, oh, Jay, he's been disqualified, receiving too many penalties. Buckle just got one for having to dodge. That's a bit unfair, I will say, for Buckle. He just got a penalty for having to dodge an AIJ, which I think is a bit bull, but hey, people will have to learn, keep it within the white lines. Trucker on board with right now as they're coming down the start-finish straight and getting past Kadoy and moving up into 6th position. Nicely done. Do have 3 seconds in advance over Trucker though. Lewis, another one getting a 3-second time penalty. Right, so we'll see who's on 3-second time penalties. We've got ARL and Dr. Braden only on 3 seconds. On 6 seconds, we've got Kadoy, Dirty Zombie, Ice One, and Dirty Taffy. 9 seconds, anyone? Oh, we've got Trucker, who's just got past Sneaky. That's an unusual place. Sneaky Turtles, who's now up into 5th place, is on 9 seconds worth. 12 seconds worth for Lewis and Sneaky Turtle, 15 seconds for Angry Davey, and 24 seconds for Buckle. And it looks like Kadoy just got himself another warning there, it seems. I think he just went over the white line there. Got Lewis, who's in the pits now. Trucker moves up into 4th. Kadoy not making that mistake, trying to keep it within the white lines, not want to fight too hard. Two seconds, folks. I need to try and get my phone on charge. I think it's usually a bit of a bitch to get on charge. Oh, it seems to be doing it nicely there, thankfully enough. So I'm 2% right now, and I've got the chat up on that right now, so I'll still be able to see all your comments coming in. Got Kadoi and Trucker here, still battling out for that 4th position. So coming out of that, so Trucker will have the DRS also, but has got another 3-second time penalty. This track is seriously a nightmare. Lewis getting past Sneaky Turtle as Sneaky Turtle jumps into the pit lane. We'll keep it on that so we can see who's in the pits. So we've got Dirty Zombie is another one in the pits. We've got 3 drivers still to pit. We've got Jake, Dr. Braden, and that's actually just them 2 still to pit. A little bit of a love tap there. We see that happen a lot in such as like rally, cross and such, just a little tap up the rear, or touring cars. Never really see it in Formula 1, but that works out effectively, and that could give him the buffer that he needs in order to separate himself from Kadoi. And it looks like he's already managed to make that work. As they're coming into Curva Grassini, looking over the rear wing of this McLaren, we can see that the gap has already opened up to 1.5 seconds. Dr. Brain and them hard tyres not working to the fullest. Jake is in the pits and is already on their way back out. ARL could catch up to them, but they're still going to be about 8 seconds back on them, unfortunately. I hope it's going to be a bit less than that, maybe. So there we go. Kadoi manages to get past Dr. Braden as he jumps into the pits, but that's allowed a 1.8 second buffer for Trucker right now, who can now pull away. He'll be hoping Lewis could close in on that gap between on them medium tyres and battle with Kadoi, who's only 1.5 seconds, 1.6 seconds difference between each gap. So I'll say this just now, anybody who is watching right now who isn't subscribed, please subscription would go a long way. It doesn't cost nothing, fortunately enough. But then you'll be able to see all the lovely content that comes up in the future. Oh, Sneaky Turtle getting a bit closer. If you do enjoy the video, leave a like on it. It lets me know that you enjoyed this content. And yeah, so I think I'll be live again tomorrow at 8 o'clock again. So got a weekend of racing. I will say it's going to be a bit difficult in a couple of weeks, though. I think this is a penultimate race, I think, of this season of this league, so could be a bit alright. It's just with Australian Grand Prix, it's going to be at 7 in the morning, so some of them is going to be a bit difficult, some of them not so much. But looking on at Sneaky Turtle, are they going to be able to get past Dr. Braden here? They're both on fresh medium tyres. DRS is enabled for Sneaky Turtle. Sneaky Turtle having a look up the inside and not being able to get far enough up to go for that move just yet. Lewis has managed to close that gap in onto Kadoi. Looking at penalty situation now. 6 seconds is the difference between Trucker and Kadoi regarding penalties, so he needs to open that gap up another 4 seconds, 5 seconds in order to secure that podium. Hopefully for the McLarens they could do that. Now looking at Lewis here, DRS wide open, you can see it when it takes full effect. You see the speed difference between having the DRS enabled and not using the DRS. It's a big difference as the speeds get further and further up. Sneaky Turtle being overtaken by Dr. Braden. Dr. Braden going for it at Ravazza. Who's going to have the DRS? Oh, Sneaky Turtle just trying to be a little sneaky and get past a bit earlier than intended. Has that messed him up? It seems like it possibly could have messed him up for the momentum going forward. Dirty Taffy being overtaken by their teammate and Ice One. This is a classic Red Bull battle here. We've got two Red Bulls and an RB. Unfortunately, the other RB is being disqualified, unfortunately. These things do happen though, especially at Imola. Oh, you see Dirty Zombie being nice and going up the inside. Nicely done there. Moving up into 8th position past Ice One. Now you'll be wanting to try and get Dirty Taffy past also and get him up into a better points scoring position. We're going on board with Kadoy and Lewis, who are still battling out with each other, but this has actually managed to close the gap in on Trucker. Buckle is another one who's just been disqualified, and yep, that was down at Aqua Minerale, where he's unfortunately been disqualified. So down to 11 now. We're on 23 lap, on lap 23, sorry. Sorry, going on to lap 24 now for some drivers not on that just yet. So Kadoy's actually managed to close this gap in. Trucker better start using a bit of that battery in order to open that gap up a bit, or he's definitely going to be under threat from Kadoy behind and could miss out on that podium. Jake has not been shown on stream almost all race because, well, you're boring. You're miles ahead. Wait, you're on your own. Who's around you? No one. Spectators. Looking on right now at Lewis, is he going to manage to get past Kadoy? Kadoy, you can see that light flashing away on the back of their car, which signifies that they're either charging the battery or it's running low. In that case, when the battery does end up running lower than intended, under a certain limit, it does end up going into like a low power mode, so it emits a bit less power to the engine in order to try and make sure it's never goes at zero, although we do end up seeing it at zero quite often. Especially in Lewis! Forgetting that we're in Imola and not on the mountains of Japan, drifting all the way down. And another one who seems to be like that is Dr. Braden, who's pointing the wrong way. Looked like, was that Ice One? Dirty Taffy off the track. Also, what is happening with these people? All on the same lap, funnily enough. I think that was a bit of contact with Ice One. So Ice One has been given a 10-second time penalty, so we're on 19 seconds worth of penalties now. So Angry Davey still quite close to the back of Ice One. Oh, getting a bit much on that curb of Aqua Minerale. Unbalances the car quite a bit. We're going to move further up and see Kadoy and Trucker, who's managed to close that gap. Boy, it's getting a 3-second time penalty. Moves that up to 18 seconds. So as things stand right now, Trucker could be getting at least a 4th position, depending on how things go. But we could see that all change. Position changes right now. Sneaky Turtle is the highest gainer up to now. Up 6 places from 12th position, so nicely done to the Aston Martin of Sneaky Turtle up to now. Could that change though? It could. It could possibly change. We'll soon see about that. It could possibly end up losing a couple of positions. Dirty Taffy fitting the soft tyres unusual, as he's now a lap down. I think he did end up with a broken front wing. We'll have a quick check of that real quick. So, what the